Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hardcore Italians podcast. We have our first guest today, Vincent Attisano. Vincent is an Italian Canadian. He does TikToks. If you have not checked out his TikTok, please do. Every video is 100% relatable and hysterical. You're missing out on some good laughs if you haven't seen it yet. Vince, how you doing, man? Want to give
I'm
a little
doing good, Mike.
introduction?
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I say hi to everyone. Hi, Jana. How are you?
Hi, Vincenzo. I'm so good. Thank you for being here. Excited to have ya.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, Vince, it's an honor to have you too, man. I mean, your videos, again, they're so hilarious. Like, me and Jen were both rewatching all of them before we invited you, and we were like just laughing back and forth, like talking about some of them. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
thank you.
everyone,
Actually, that means
yeah,
a lot. Like, I'm happy I get this reaction from you guys, from everyone. It
Oh,
means a lot.
totally. So relatable. And it's like it's wild because I know that you're in Canada and we're both
Yeah,
in the US here, but
yeah.
still can relate to every video that you have. Like,
At the end of the day, we're all Italians. Like, we all came from the same place. Italy is so small. And I feel like so many things are relatable, no matter where you are. There's people in Australia, there's people in Canada, US, but at the end of the day, it's always Italian, you know?
yeah.
yeah,
And
worldwide.
no, I like I'm happy. Some of my videos even end up going back in my town, and I don't
Oh,
know how.
Yeah.
I have no idea how. They're like, oh, me, like I saw this video of you. I'm like, how did you like get it? Like, I have no
How the hell did that
That's
idea.
awesome,
happen?
man. Yeah, your videos, I mean, I definitely noticed some are getting good reach, man. Like tens of
Mhm.
thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's awesome. So no, that's good.
Thank you.
How'd you and I like too, like all the videos are, I think even saying your bio, all the videos are 100% like Italian content. So
Italian content, yes.
yeah, I'm curious, like what made you just start getting on there, start recording Italian stuff and you know,
To be honest, since I was in Italy, I grew up doing videos. I took drama in school back in Italy. I did a little bit of recordings myself. I always wanted to be an actor in
oh yeah.
my imaginary world. I started like this, and then I had finally the opportunity because of the pandemic. Everything started. I had a little bit more time in my hands, and I saw this TikTok app, and I'm like, "What's TikTok? Like, what is this thing?" And like, you should start doing this. I'm like, you know what? I want to try doing TikTok. I started doing like stupid ones, like it wasn't even about Italian, and then it clicked in. I'm like, why don't I start doing Italian TikToks?
Mhm.
Like, I'm just gonna start. Like, I want to show people where I come from, where are my things, like what happens to me. And
Hmm.
then I slowly started like getting more views. People were saying, "Oh my god, my mom does that too. Oh my god, my dad does that too." So I'm like, okay, so like that's the street I have to keep going. At the end of the day, the pandemic kind of gave me that little push. But
For
Hmm.
what made
sure.
me start doing it is because I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud to be Italian, just like I'm sure you guys are as well.
Hmm.
And I want to show people where I come from, what are my values at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that. And like you said, we're all connected. We're all Italian. We all
Yes,
have that culture in us. So it's
exactly.
nice to
Yeah,
relate to
at the end of the day,
others.
we all relate. Like, it's funny how like we have so many things. Even groceries, we buy the same groceries at the end of the day. We eat the
It's so
same
true.
thing. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're right. It is
Uh,
cool how it comes full circle too with like Canada or America or like you said, even the videos in Italy, people are getting around. Like it's just awesome. Like you said, it's just relatable everywhere. So
Yeah.
that's the main thing I like, man, is it's all Italian. Like you could just relate to everyone.
Yeah, I
And
don't know how it is there, but here even I go around like I like to go around visit new places, and when I meet people from Italy, like at first they're strangers, and then they hear my accent and they say, "Hey, are you Italian?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Italian." "Oh no, da dove vieni?" I'm like, "Oh, Siderno, Calabria." "Oh my God, me too. You know this guy? You know the guy?" At the end of the day, they were like neighbors of my cousins. I don't know. In some way, we knew each other all the time, and like you just start building a friendship. You start like they're no strangers anymore, just by the fact that you're Italian.
yeah.
mhm.
And I love this. Like I feel like at home. I feel like I haven't never moved from Italy.
It
That's
is
awesome.
Yeah.
it is
And
wild how like small of a world it really is. Like I was in San Diego a few weeks back and I went to Little Italy in San Diego. Um, and one of these cafes that I was in, I was talking to someone who's also Italian. I was like, "Oh, what part of Italy are you from?" Just like you said. And he was like, "Oh, I'm from Sicily, but like a really small town in Sicily." And I was like, "What small town in Sicily?" He was like, "Near Cefalù." And I'm like, oh my God, that's like exactly where my family's from.
So in the small town.
And then we look each other up on Facebook and we have like 7 mutual friends. And he's like, how do you know Mimo? You know Massimo. Like, we're like, yeah, we're
You
cousins.
know someone 100% all the time.
Always
So you guys
happens.
have Little Italy there too.
So that was in San Diego. Yeah. In LA, there's like a not like a huge Little Italy, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going. I haven't been yet. I'm
See,
excited to
like
see it.
I want to go. I want to come there to US like one day. Never went. I love traveling. I don't know how I never traveled. There's
Yeah.
no place that I went. I always wanted to travel. I never did.
I'm surprised you never came to the US, man.
No, it's always been my dream. When I was back in Italy, I grew up with like, so at first I did not know I was gonna move. I had no idea I was gonna have this type of life. I thought I was gonna be in Italy my whole life. I thought I was gonna have a family there, everything. One day my mom woke me up. She's like, "V, wake up, we're going to Canada." I'm like, oh. Well, I never really did the things I wanted to do in Italy. Like I never traveled. So growing up, I always loved seeing prom, for example. I saw movies with prom. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna experience prom. Like that sucks. So I always looked forward to it. And now I came here to Canada, I had prom, and like it's something like I always wanted to do. So seeing LA in TV, seeing the US, and because the TV world is big in US and in Hollywood, right? I always wanted to go to Hollywood. I wanted to go see these places. So it's definitely something I want to do 100%.
Yeah. Well, she honors your girl for that. That's what she's all about right now too. She left us because I'm from Chicago area, so is she. And, yeah, but she's like in LA now too, like getting into movies and things like that. And
I remember I started following Jana. I started following you when like you first started TikTok.
Yeah.
I remember you like right away, and like I saw that your dream was to be an actor.
Yeah, I saw you immediately too. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so Italian. I love it. I have to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been acting for a few years now.
Yeah.
And just moved out here a couple months ago, but I love it so far.
So you went there for like you moved for acting, and that's it?
More or less, yeah. I still have a full-time job outside of acting, but with the pandemic, we've been working from home
exactly.
since
You had more
March,
time, right?
so it's super flexible on where I can work right now. So I was like, why not go to LA?
That's amazing. Like, that's a dream, no? Like that's like it's if you do your passion, if you work your passion, like it's like you never work.
Yeah, totally. So you mentioned that you've wanted to act. Have you done anything in film or TV or theater?
I was actually, so I never really tried. Things just came my way. That was always my dream, but I never went after that dream. Just because it felt like it was like too much of a dream to be true. So I just let things come to me, and it went to a point where I was with a modeling agency. And they said at the start, they're like, we're a modeling agency, but do you want to do more pictures, more things like photos and stuff, or you want to do acting? At that point, I said, I want to do acting. I don't feel like I'm a model. Like I just want to be acting. You know? I want to be out there just doing movies. And the biggest I went is, I don't know, like if you guys follow NHL. I don't personally.
Yeah,
I am not the person for sports. Previous podcasts have shown that. No, it's not me.
That's it.
I follow it a bit.
You follow a little bit? Okay, so there is the goalkeeper of the Montreal Canadiens. Now see, my hand is going everywhere, but I don't remember his name. Anyways, there's
I wouldn't know it. Go ahead, you're good.
When he's gonna come eventually, but I saw this guy. I did a spot it was for Under Armour.
Okay.
And I went and I saw this guy skipping rope, and everyone was taking pictures, taking videos. I come in, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, why is everyone taking videos of it? Like, I can do that too. Like,
give me the jump rope. Let me show you how it's done. All right.
Let me show you Rocky Balboa style right now. Like, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, Vincent, you don't know that's the goalkeeper of the Montreal Canadiens.
The Carey Price, his name.
Carey Price, yes, you got it. You're the best, perfect.
Amazing.
So I go, I said, this Carey Price. That's like, I'm like, oh my God, like who is he? I'm like, whatever. I just go, I pretend like it's a normal person at this spot. So Under Armour actually posted this spot. It went all over television, and you just see me like there with the camera, just pretending like I'm a fan. Man, I did not know what this guy was like, and then I go look. I'm like, holy shit! Like I was there with Carey Price. I don't know what it was. So that's the biggest I went. Other than that, like TikToks has been kind of big, and other than that, I just did some things in Italy. But that's my major thing. I went on TV in that way, but it wasn't nothing major, you know.
Yeah,
I
but that's
gotcha.
it's
Uh,
good. Get your feet
yeah,
wet and like see if you actually like it. It sounds like you do, so that's great. And
yeah,
Canada's a huge hub for acting too. They film so many movies out there and TV
yeah,
shows now. Like Schitt's
yeah.
Creek has been based in Canada for a while, and
I
there's a
actually
lot
have
of
a friend.
opportunity.
I have a friend that lives in LA. He comes from the same town as me. He's actually a model though. Like he models for like big comps. Like I'm talking about Kappa. Like is really big. And I actually wanted to come there because of him. So we go
Mhm.
there. Even with Bello Bros. You guys definitely know them.
Yeah.
So it's our friend because me and Bello Bros were born in the same town, and we wanted to go there
Awesome.
to go visit him. They went, they didn't, and then we wanted to go again. And he does all these olive things. That was the thing that I wanted to do, to kind of get my feet wet in the industry of movies. But I never ended up. But definitely like something to look at.
I gotcha. And even TikTok's definitely a good way to get started too. It's just a great way
Yeah,
for exposure. Like I'm sure
yeah,
you've experienced that you wake up and you have like thousands of views overnight. It's got to be a good feeling for sure. So,
100%. Yeah,
keep up with
I
that like as much as you can. I would say, because it's definitely hitting home to a lot of people for sure, man.
yeah I see sometimes like I get lots of messages. The thing is that why I don't get bored of it is lots of people get bored of it because they do it for attention, they do it
Yeah.
for for money. Oh, I want to gain money from TikTok. That's
Hmm.
not my cup of tea. I'd say like I do it
Right.
more because I have fun reading what people say. I
Yeah.
have fun when people say, "Oh my god, I buy Lavazza too," like stuff like that. Like I actually enjoy it. So it's definitely like amazing when people from Montreal, people from US, people from Italy, they write for me and then they tell me their
Hmm.
opinion, what they see, their
Yeah.
experiences. So I definitely love like for that factor. Like I love looking
Yeah.
at messages and see that people enjoy my content because that just makes me happy, you know?
Yeah.
I
Well,
totally agree with that.
I know
Hmm.
all the Italian nonas definitely enjoyed your one video with the
Oh my god.
I literally like if you go to your sound on that one where you were like saying duet with your nona, oh my god, I was just going through that like
Yes,
there
yes.
was there must have been 50 reactions where people have their nona and they're like just showing their faces and some of them are like grinning like I don't know, man, it's
Yeah.
hysterical. So
Some,
You just
some,
made like 20 girlfriends overnight that day.
I got
yeah.
invited to so many dinners.
And for those of you who don't know the TikTok we're talking about, Vincenzo
Oh,
made a TikTok saying, "Duet this with your nonna, but only if you're a girl and only if your nonna's Italian." And then he
yeah.
says,
Being
"Ciao
single helps, he
bellissima."
wrote too.
Yeah, and then he speaks beautiful Italian to the nonna, saying like, "Your daughter or your granddaughter is the best thing that I ever could have found, and I will treat her like gold." Like it's beautiful.
Thank you.
that
You're gonna
that
make
was
me
great.
blush.
That has to be one of my favorite ones for sure, man. It's just even too like seeing some of the reactions are freaking
Yeah.
priceless. Like that has to be awesome seeing those like come in and just seeing the faces. Oh
Man, it
man.
was beautiful. Like I have a thing for seeing all people smile. Like yeah, like so I
It's
work also
beautiful.
at a bank and I help lots of people, like older elder people with banking. So I just love it because I love bringing the respect. Like we're here because of them.
Yeah,
But I did that.
100%.
I didn't think it was going to be that big, to be honest. I just thought like I was going to get maybe one reaction. Like who knows if they're gonna like anyone's going to do it.
Yeah.
And like I saw so many reactions, so many non smiling. Some of them were like, oh my god, don't tell non no. And non was like, hey, what happened? So, and I was like, oh my god. And there's actually this one. Her name is Vanessa, and
Mhm.
she's the one that got the most views on that video. She actually got more than me. She got more
Wow.
likes, more views than my actual original one.
Oh my god.
How many did it get? Do you know?
I forget it. She got I think 100,000 like like
Nice. Yeah, good
no
amount.
I
Oh,
got around
Vanessa.
yeah I got around 180 or 100. She got like 150, 160,000,
Wow.
and like it went off like and people. That's the video that I was telling you in my town. They got popular to the point where I didn't still see the video. My best friend Enza from Italy,
Uh-huh.
she texts me and she said, "V, this girl loves you. She wants to just comment on on her TikTok. I'm like, wait, who? It's like Vanessa Bianco. Go comment her right now. Don't there no answer. I'm like, Ans, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. She made me go answer back and say thank you so much because I didn't even see it.
Wow. It's got 100K plus views and you didn't even see. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, because at first when I didn't see it, when she told me about it, it was like around 40, 50. I lots of them
Wow.
coming. I didn't really see it. But then after I commented, then it went to 100, 150. And I'm like, oh my God. And like we still keep in touch. She's like, oh, you're my number one. Like I'm
Oh,
number one. I love it. I just like appreciate it so
beautiful.
much.
Love
I
story with Vanessa.
that's why
Amazing.
no,
Love to
I
hear
have
it.
to do some time, like, how are you, this and that. So she listens to this, she's gonna, I say hi to her. 100%.
Oh, ciao
Ciao,
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hello. Baci da Los Angeles.
Dude, I love to see a video too. You gotta like mash all those up and just like play the beginning and then show each reaction. I mean, you have 50 reactions. That'd be a bunch to like if you mashed them all up in one video, kind of showed each reaction. I think that'd be awesome. You know?
That's a good thing to do. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely. I was also thinking about. I did a reaction with also Vanessa, where she's like, "Oh, don't get a TikTok crush, don't get a TikTok crush," and I'm like, I didn't know what it was, and then like, oh my God, it's me. So I'm starting to do more reactions to videos.
Yeah. Those are fun.
No, 100%. It's really fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have another question on a video that you
Oh,
did
me
that
too,
I
me
was
too.
dying because I just know how my family would react. Did you really get a tattoo on your arm? And
I
the
did.
TikTok where
Oh,
Vincenzo was like, guys, look, I just got a tattoo. And it's like all down his arm. It's not even like a little, yes,
This is it.
beautiful. Love the tattoo. But he was like,
yeah.
look at my mom's reaction. And
Yes.
she just immediately like fell to the ground.
Face plants and is like, yeah, it was great.
Your hand going like this and just hitting the floor.
I need to know what happened after that video because my mom would have murdered me. I need
Wooden
to know.
spoon.
I'll tell you the background story. So
Okay.
I always wanted a tattoo. No, when I was little, I'll say maybe 5 years now that I always wanted a tattoo. I never had it. And I started putting, planting the seeds. Planting seeds in my mom, planting the seeds into my dad. And like she's like my dad was like, no, you're definitely not getting it. Like, no chance, like, no way. I'm like, Dad, like little, no. My mom, she said no at first. 2 years ago, she was like, be okay, fine. You can get it, but it has to be small. I'm like, Mom, like, how small are we talking about here? She's like, okay, this is your arm, this much. I'm like, Mom, what's the point of the tattoo? Like, no, like, I want to do something nice, right? And I was like, no, that's all I'm not allowed. So then when I did it anyways, guys. I did not tell nothing to my mom. I told nothing to my dad. It's something still that means a lot to me. So I went and did it. And when she did, oh my God, she's like, oh my God, no, that's way too big. If you see the video, she's like, that's way too big. I'm like, Ma, she started like crying. She's like, oh my God, you povero figlio meo, like you rovinato tutta la pelle, you ruined your own skin. I'm like, Ma, it's a tattoo. And like, no. Nothing at first, nothing. Then after a bit, she's like, okay, you know what? Like, I like it. Just don't get any more. Like, Ma, no more are gonna come in, right?
This is just the beginning, Mom.
That's just the beginning. And then in fact, I got another one too. But
Yeah.
Oh
No, I
God.
love those two. Those are like, I mean, Jenna, that was my second favorite one, probably. I know I like the ones that they're, like you said, the nonas are involved, mom's involved. Like, even if it's a prank, I mean, it's still like, I don't know, I just like seeing the family. And like you said, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, you know? So it's good to see them like in videos and I don't know, man, that's what it's all about to me, at least too, for sure. So,
yeah, I like to show my family off. I like to act for of my family because I love my family. You know, I'm sure everyone does, hopefully. But
yeah.
yeah, like I love the fact that like I can bring my parents into this my little world of TikTok. And I
Yeah.
actually started with acting by my mom, like doing acts of my mom because like they're both my mom and dad are big impact in my life.
Mhm.
And that's why I get all my ideas. I see things that they do and like things that Italians do, and I hope it relates to everyone else, and it does.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
And yet, even like your friends, like the Bello Bros, like you're involved in them, like it's good, man. You know, it's all about friends, family, like, and
100%.
I was curious too. So when you moved to Canada, like, did your did more people in your family move with you, or did the Bella Bros move with you too, or like did people trickle in after? Kind of how was it? Or you guys just you
Tricky.
literally?
So my mom is actually Canadian. She's born here, of course, but her mom and her dad are my nonni, they're Italian. So
Mhm.
my mom grew up here when until she was 19 years old, and then at 19 she came to Italy. She met my dad, fell in love, and stayed there. So all my mom's side is actually here, and on my dad's side is all in Italy.
Wow.
Now, I never really been close to my cousins and everything here in Canada. Like I know them, but there's not that bond. There's only just maybe with one cousin. But we came here by ourselves. It's me, it's my brother, it's my mom and my dad that came here only. Funny fact with Bello Bros, their mom is the exact same story. So she's Canadian as well, but like she lived here in Canada, and we were friends. Me and Bello Bros, we went to school together. We went to soccer together back in Italy. Like for us, my dad went to school with his dad.
Oh, wow.
And funny fact, like one summer we were back in Italy, still in Italy, nobody moved here yet. And I was talking to Michele, the older brother, and Matteo, and I was like, Matte, like, like this summer I'm moving to Canada. It's like, oh, that's sick. Where? I'm like, oh, like I'm moving to Toronto. Oh, bro, me too. That's so cool. And like, I was like, wait, where are you leaving? I'm like, I'm leaving this day. And I was leaving after 5 days after him. So it was crazy. We both came here. We didn't know. Nothing was planned. And
Wow.
yeah, same thing with him. The thing is, he has more cousins here than me. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, like we feel like family. Like me and Bello Bros, we're pretty much like family because we grew up together. We have the same values and like we have a certain relationship with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
It was cool to have them here.
I can only
that's
imagine
awesome.
like just moving to another country, like just having someone like probably just makes it
Yeah,
that much easier to start, picking things up and feel like you're still at home.
yeah.
That's
It's
awesome, man.
I
Mhm.
That's
did
really
not know,
awesome.
Mike, Jana. I did not know I was gonna come here and meet
Mhm.
so many Italians. I
Yeah.
did not know the Italian immigrants like that. They don't
Yeah,
advertise that in Italy.
yeah,
They
No,
don't advertise that in Italy.
they're not. They
Hey, did you
say
know that there are a lot of Italians in Canada and the United States? Believe it or not.
97, this many people went to Canada and went to US. Like no, like no. We
Mhm.
think back in Italy that people that move in US, it's like the US dream. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
go, and every time I go back to Italy, they're like, "Oh, fascisti sordi!" Like, "Oh, you made the money, you forgot about us." The guys, no, like,
yeah. You're right,
I'm just a
Not
man.
kid.
It's
like that.
but yeah, there
Oh.
is. I mean, the community there is insane. Like, I definitely notice tons of people writing in from Canada, and I actually have like my grandfather too was from Calabria, Cosenza, and he
Oh, cool.
immigrated to Canada and to
Yeah,
Toronto with his family. Like he has 8 brothers and sisters. Half of them immigrated to Canada, half stayed in Italy. So
yeah.
I have like a ton of family in Toronto, and I visit them, and it's like, I mean, it's just
Amazing,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, I love being out there. It's just awesome. Everyone's so nice. I only met them a couple times, but you meet them, it's like, I mean, it's like you've known them your whole lives.
They're warm people, I'm sure. Yeah. Do you come here often then? Like,
I've only been a couple times. We were planning on going before the pandemic too, but obviously that kind of ruined the plans. But they've been out here a few times. We've been out there a few times, but it's just so fun out there. I mean,
yeah.
we have a blast every time, and yeah, it's I don't know. Everyone's so nice. Like my mom sometimes is like, I wish my dad stayed in Canada. Sometimes everyone just like we have such a nice family out there, and it's so big, and they're all warm.
Yeah,
Like
that's nice. I do you know if they're like from like Woodbridge? Because all the Italians are in Woodbridge here.
yeah, they're
I
kind
don't
of
know Woodbridge, but
they're kind of.
Woodbridge. It's
I mean,
Italy.
I yeah,
Woodbridge is
I
Italy.
don't think they're from Woodbridge, but I mean, they're kind of spread out. I mean, I have, multiple cousins and they have kids and then their kids are having kids now. And it's like,
Oh,
so I give you some exact like towns and stuff after this, but yeah, they're pretty close to Toronto when I was out there.
yeah, Toronto's like the main. That's where most Italians like are. Even Montreal has lots of Italians.
Hmm.
Uh, how about you, John? Have you ever came here?
No, well, I guess I've been to Toronto like for a day. I went to Michigan State. So
No.
so Canada was close.
No, yes.
And I was actually in a sorority and we had like a date party in Toronto one for a weekend, but it was very quick and I didn't really get to see much of the city. But what I did see was really nice and really pretty and I'd love to go back. I
It's
just
okay.
haven't.
When all this is done, like then you come back here.
Yeah, I'd love that.
You
That'd be
go for an
fun.
espresso free, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
you need to come visit us. Chicago
Me too, yeah.
is a very, very cool place for Little Italy and just kind of like a nice, I
That's
guess
cool.
similar to Woodbridge, but a little maybe less Italian. But I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
It's a very good big city to
Woodbridge
visit,
is
in
a
my
high level apparently. And no, no, I did not expect Woodbridge to exist at all.
opinion.
Wherever you go, it's just Italians speaking Italian. You go grocery store, you're a family speaking Italian. Like,
Ugh, I
it's
love it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need that in
they're
my life. It's
yeah, because
amazing.
like in America, it's like one generation pretty much down the road, you know. In Canada,
yeah,
it's like I don't know, everyone like just moved there. It's just our
yeah.
parents. Where in America, it's like a lot of times it's their grandparents or great grandparents. So yeah, you get it's
Yeah.
cool. Everyone's just Italian as hell, and it's like I don't know. It's a blast. I had a blast like when I was there. You know,
Yeah.
so I want to go back. We've been itching to go back.
Yeah, it's it reminds you like where your values are. I'm guessing like it
Hmm.
reminds you where your parents from, like why they act in a certain way, why they taught you certain things. Like if you didn't meet these Italian people, you wouldn't know. Like you would just
Yeah,
Exact.
adapt to US, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Just
true.
the values, the traditions. Like when I
Yeah.
was there, you know, one of my cousins was getting married. And like I said, we haven't seen him. I was probably there when I was 5 years old, you know, before this. I had to be like in my 20s. So I haven't seen him literally in 20 years, like since we were both kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, my cousin was getting married and we get there and, you know, they're doing the seating arrangements and stuff. And they literally have us sitting next to them. Like we're at the table sitting next to the bride and groom. And I
Yeah.
haven't seen them in 20 years. And I'm like, it was a crazy, like, I mean, they gave us like the royal treatment, even if, you know, it's just nuts. And like just the traditions too, the garden, and they just make all like the
Yeah.
soppressata and all that. I mean, it's so like I don't know, you feel like more connected to your heritage. It's awesome. Like I love
100%.
moments like
Yeah.
that, man, you know, and that's like that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful for sure. Like just connect with that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you like really miss from back home in Italy, like food wise or
Yeah.
culture, like anything that you guys don't do anymore that you wish you did?
We honestly, so in my town, like I see lots of people doing here tomatoes, doing sauce back from scratch, like salame, capicollo, everything,
Mhm.
supprezzata. To be honest with you, like in Italy, it's like it's a little bit different. Like in my town, we don't really do that.
yeah.
Mm.
Just because nowadays, like you know somebody that does it, and everyone just goes there. That does it always from scratch. Like we have a guy for the oil, we have
Yeah.
a guy for the supprezzata, we have a guy for the
Guy
pomodoro,
for everything.
and you could just go to him, right? Because you don't really have that thing of doing it anymore. I guess
Yeah.
it's a thing that everyone used to do back in their times. That's why here it's a tradition that has been brought like forward, right?
Yeah. It's passed
Uh,
down. Yeah.
my
Hmm.
town in Siderno, no, like it's kind of different. But what I miss is I go back time to time. So I've been to Canada 8 years now, and I went twice back, and like both times I realized like the food, just the fruit. I miss the fruit. I miss the fish that we eat, just because everything is so fresh there. Like
Yeah.
guys, when I tell you, even the milk, like you just taste it, it's a different type. Like it just gives you a different sensation. And I ate so much. Like I went to Italy, and there's no one moment that I didn't eat. I was invited to my cousin Concetta, cousin like Maria. Like I went everywhere, and just all I did was eating. And if you don't go, they get offended. They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what do you mean you're not coming for lunch?" I'm like, I've been invited somewhere. "Oh, what do you mean somewhere? Okay, go there and then come here." Like, every time I was eating the fruit, I was eating like pasta, but I never gained that pound. Like
Yeah.
I gained a little bit, but I didn't gain like as much as I gained here.
Hmm.
Here, a little sweet I eat and I become fat. I have a nice barrel, like you know.
Yep. I trust me, understand that completely, and I am always like
Yeah.
dumbfounded. When I go to Italy, I lose weight. I lose
I
weight. How
know,
does
I
that
know.
happen?
And then you see everyone they're so skinny,
So
and I'm like,
skinny.
how? It's just they're always in movement. I feel like it's just the food is so natural there. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
here, like in US, I don't know how US. I never came there, but in Canada here, they put lots of chemicals in like apples, fruit, in fish. They freeze it, and they unfreeze it. Like things that like we think is normal, but they're not really good for our system. You know, it's
Yeah.
things
Right.
that they get us fat, they get us like unhealthy. And like when you go there, you you get the apples right from the tree and
Yeah.
you eat it. It has a different sensation where you feel like healthy, you feel clean inside, you know.
Yeah,
So I
probably even more
definitely miss
energy.
all that. Like I miss the fruit, 100%. I even miss like some ice cream, like the gelato.
Of course, the
Oh my god.
gelato. Oh
Oh
God,
my god.
yeah.
Like I was eating brioche. I don't know if you guys have it here. Like I don't think you guys like kind of got that from Italy yet. Like even here in Canada, there is a brioche. It's called a brioche.
Oh, don't even tell me.
Do you
The
know the
Sicilian
brioche?
brioche? Of course. Whoever thought of the idea of putting ice cream or gelato, I'm sure. Well, gelato inside of a bun is a
Yes.
genius. A genius. Like, let's just combine bread and gelato. Okay, that's
Wow,
the
I
best
was
idea in the
Exactly.
entire world.
sì, sì, cioè, una cosa impressionante. It was amazing. Like
Yeah.
you just and it's so warm when it's fresh. Like it's warm. Oh my god, I will eat gelato every day. Like, and then there is also I don't know if you guys have it there. There's little gelatini. So they're little gelatini and they're like with the gelato on top, but they're little, they're like cones, but little. And you just have them after dinner. Like you have anguria, you have watermelon after your lunch, and then you have the gelatini, and then off to the beach. That's it. That's our day.
That's awesome.
Vincenzo, I need you to stop talking right now because
Yeah.
it's not even 10
I'm get-
a.m. here in LA and I'm starving and all I want is a gelato, okay? And wrap that in a nice little brioche.
okay, let's go.
Thanks.
Get your boat. Let's go.
Oh
I know this
God.
makes me want to go there right now. Oh
I know.
man.
I miss it. I get
Um,
into it. I get really into it. I miss the food. I miss everything there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
your town's by the water, right? Are you like big on fish?
Yeah, it's by the water. It's when you open. So I have a balcony in my room, and when you open the
Casual.
balcony, like you go in the balcony, you see the beach. It's 5 minutes walking
Come
from there.
on.
So from like heaven, I came to Canada where now it's snowing outside. To be honest.
That's
Yeah,
So
it
sad,
gets
yeah.
cold out there, man.
yeah, it's
It's probably great to visit though, like you said, like you're always have people to go see and food and you're fed all the time and it's just like
yeah.
a nice feeling to be back. So it's good that
No,
you
it's
get to
great.
go
It's
back every
nice
once in a while.
because I like going back. I like going back because again, it reminds me of who I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get lost. We get lost. We hang out with new people. We get new things in, and we forget who we truly are. I like to go back there because it reminds me who I am. It reminds me who my true friends were. Like it reminds me who how I grew up, the situation I grew up. We're not really materialistic there.
Yeah.
When I know, like in you, I found that in Canada here, the only way to have fun is by having money. When I don't like that, like I see people here, you like it's not because people are in certain ways, because the way the cities is set up, for example, Toronto, wherever you go, if you want to go out with your friends, you have to go to a restaurant, you have to go to a club, you have to spend booth, you have to spend coat check. There's so many factors you have to pay. You don't leave the night unless you spend $100, $150. You know, in my town it's different. Like in my town, to have fun, you can literally walk, you can literally go out and walk. And then some people are like, okay guys, like andiamo a casa mia, let's go back to my house, like we're
Yeah.
gonna have a nice
Facciamo una passeggiata.
facciamo una
Yeah.
passeggiata, like mangiamo qualcosa. And things are so cheap in my town, oh my god. And like you just go and like and you go back home and like you have a coffee, you have an espresso with sambuca in it, and then you start playing cards, like briscola, scopa, tre set. Like that's how you have fun. You don't need money to have fun, you know. So it's nice to go back and like feel that again. You go by the beach, like you want to be romantic, go ahead, like get your boyfriend, get your girlfriend, get the girl you're getting, and just start walking on the beach at night. Like there's nothing more romantic than that. Where are you gonna do that here in Toronto? You know, there's nothing.
Oh, so it was so romantic of you, Vincenzo. So Italiano. I love it.
It's just I miss
I
this.
know, man. It's like got me
Yeah.
thinking too. Like how it's sad, that it ends
Yeah.
up being about money and stuff. But yeah, it just
Yeah.
sounds like it
It's
sounds like
it's
the
not,
life
no,
out there.
like don't get me wrong. It's nice to spend, like we work for spending them. Let's be honest. We work a lot for them enjoying the money, correct?
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be like that. You don't have to always go to a nice restaurant and pay so much money to have fun with your significant other, with your family, or with your friends. You know, you can
Mhm.
just go like for example with Bello Bros, we do lots of nights where they come over to my house, I go over to their house, we cook together, we have a nice chat together, and like that's it, that's our night. You know, especially now in this pandemic, we never really changed much because we're doing that before. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes like we're in our own group and that's it.
Yeah, it's something I guess like even in my perspective I haven't really thought about much, but you just kind of explaining it right here is so true. Like when I go visit family,
Mhm.
we, we'll make dinner at home and then we'll sit in the square up in the piazza for
Yeah.
an hour, few
The pizza.
hours, and that's it. And that's the night. And it's just you're with everyone in the town and it's such a good feeling and you don't need anything more. And it's
Yeah.
always a good time.
It's always a good time. Yeah, it's a different world, but it's nice to have both of them. Some
Yeah,
people have only one and they don't appreciate it enough. I
Yeah.
can
totally.
guarantee you, if I didn't come here, I
Hmm.
would have hated it there. I'd be like, I hate it here. I want to move out. Like, I don't know. Since I live both worlds, I'm able
Yeah,
to say,
You could,
I appreciate.
yeah, you
Because as
appreciate
much as
both.
I appreciate Italy, I appreciate Canada too. You know,
sure.
That's
maybe
good.
in the future, like I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do now back in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
So
it's good too, like just by making videos and just getting yourself out there, like it shows people in Canada, it shows people in America. There's not one set way to do things, like you
yeah,
could still have fun without spending money, you could eat healthier, you could, like just because it's kind of a norm in America doesn't mean that it's necessarily like you have to live your life like that. So it's teaching people different values too, which I think are important, and even kind of reminding Italians who like whatever their grandparents came here, it kind of reminds them too of their ways. So that's the
yeah.
nice thing about it too. You have an opportunity to show that off a little bit more. You understand kind of
Mhm.
the culture of Canada and like how people are there, even though they're a little bit less down the chain, you
Yeah,
know.
I
But
Yeah.
agree.
it's
I definitely agree.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I think. Like that's kind of why we have the page, man. We just want to keep reminding people like just about being Italian and the values and just the way of life because there's pros and cons to everything, like you're saying.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it makes like it makes you smile. It makes you like think, oh my god, like my nonna does that too. Or like it's just something to keep herself, especially during these bad times. Like remind us, like good moments. Remind us, like that we can smile not only by spending money. We can. I love the community. I love the community that you created, Mike. Like
Thank you.
the Facto Hardcore Italians. Like having all these Italians that we're not together in the same town. Who's from Australia? Who's from Canada? Who's from US? And like it's nice. It's nice to share things together. We share contents and we have a laugh all together virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
Yeah, and
exactly.
Mike's
yeah,
made like an incredible page that so many people connect to and is funny and something we can all laugh about also. So,
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you guys. It means a lot. And that's why I love what you guys both do, to be honest, like just promote the culture and make videos. I mean, I'd be nothing if no one was out there making stuff and realize the funny things that we have, like that come along with being Italian, whether you're Italian American, Italian Canadian, 100% Italian, 10% Italian, like everyone's got a little different story, but we can all relate to some things. And it's cool just to bring it all together and have a place where everyone could share their story and not feel that they're not Italian enough or not feel that they're, left out or anything. It kind of just brings everyone closer. So that's the goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Very
did.
cool.
Like it did because one thing I always saw the gnocchi shirt.
Yeah.
Gnocchi shirt, something like whoever thought I was a genius. Like gnocchi,
Jeez,
kimchi.
Mike.
Yeah, like it's
He's got
amazing.
these great ideas in his head,
That
always.
just, yeah, that just shows that you're Italian. Like there is nothing more Italian than that. When you go around, like, oh, you're Italian, 100%. I figured this one out. This one like says "Vaffanculo,"
Vaffanculo.
Italian for have a nice day. And
Yeah.
like, you just go around like, oh, you're definitely Italian. You look Italian. I'm like, oh no, wait, really?
Yeah, well, that one's great too because you have to be Italian to get that inside joke. It's funny. We're always like texting each other design ideas. It's not easy after a while to keep coming up with them.
Yeah.
So if you guys
No,
ever have some, shoot them over.
100%. No, it's hard because like I don't know what to think about anymore. But I feel like the best ideas come when you least expect it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that's
if
true.
you keep looking for an idea, oh my god, okay, just tomorrow morning when I wake up at 7 a.m. and like I'm gonna start thinking of ideas. Like you never get like that.
No.
You gotta like go around, have like your life, enjoy your life. And then one point when somebody's like, I talked to Jana today and like she told me this, oh my god, that's a brilliant idea. It just comes out of nowhere.
yeah, and a lot of it too is like sometimes we do a post on the page and we realize like it's so popular that we try to spin it off in a shirt, and that's kind of when we notice too like the designs do better when you could tell people relate to it, and then you kind of give them like a shirt that follows it up. It's like the Vafan Cool one, for example. Like every time we would post that, I could post that once a day, every day for the next 2 years. If I post Vafanculo means have a nice day, everyone is like freaking laughing their ass off.
Dying.
Yeah.
Dying. And then like an American or like a Canadian non-Italian will be like, "Oh, okay. I don't understand what's so funny, but okay, sounds good."
I've even I've had a couple times people return the shirt and they're like, "Hey, by the way, did you know that it actually doesn't mean have a nice day?" And I'm like, I have to put like a warning in the description now that says
I
like
knew
it's an
that.
Italian inside joke, like know what this
Yeah.
means before you buy it, because people are like giving it as gifts and then they're like, or they're wearing it around thinking it really means that, and it's
Oh
like,
my god.
but
It's okay. My dad, like when he saw this like this sweatshirt, like he's like, "Vaffanculo, why are you telling me vaffanculo?" Oh, no, pa, like it's just a thing, you know. It's a
It's
community.
not to
Oh,
you.
maybe you go around with this. Like people are actually gonna think it means like have a nice day. Oh, be careful. Oh, pa, don't worry, don't worry. My dad, classic dad, like he doesn't speak a word of English, like not even one. Just
really,
straight dialect, like just like oh my, like I love it.
Oh, I
that's
love
awesome.
that.
What about you? Did you do you speak English before you came over, or did you kind of
I
pick it up as you went, or how'd that happen?
I did not speak a word.
You
I
speak
did.
really, really well though. Like your
Yeah.
English is perfect.
Thank you. No, it was actually bad because so my mom was a teacher, an English teacher.
Hmm.
She had her
Oh,
private school back in Siderno. And what happened is when I went to school, I was bad in English. I almost failed it. I hated my teacher in English. My English teacher hated me. And it just like I was bad. I was barely passing. And then I was like, that's so embarrassing. Like your mom has a private English school and the son doesn't even like. I'm like, ma, leave me alone. I don't like English. Like just I don't need it. Like I let me stay here with my Italian, you know. And it's funny because then I came here and was speaking a word. My mom knew it. My brother, instead of me, because I'm the bad kid, I'm the best son, kind of. I never follow the rules. My brother is always the one that's followed the rules. He went to my mom's
yeah.
school for free. He learned English.
You're the
And
one showing up with tattoos at the house.
I'm always the dude that's got tattoos. I'm the one drinking. Like when I go to clubs, I drink like to have fun. My
Hey.
brother is like the one, oh, let's watch a movie at home, you know. Oh, let's go to a nice restaurant. He's the quiet one.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I came here not knowing a word, and it didn't take me long. It took me maybe 5 months to start understanding myself and let others understand me. And yeah, it was something quick. And now like it's kind of at first it's hard because when somebody talks to you in English, my process is I have to get it in English, translate it in Italian, understand it, answer back in Italian, and then translate it in English and then say it. At first, it took me 4 hours to just answer the question. Now, you know,
You'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, aspetta un secondo.
aspetta un secondo,
Ah.
prendi il traduttore e dico vaffanculo.
I feel like too, and Gianna, I want your opinion on all this too, just because you're like, I mean, crazy amounts of languages. I don't know how you do it. I just feel like if you're not like, they say once you're growing up, if you're learning languages, it's easier because you don't have that step where you need to translate like that. So I don't know, like, I feel like once you're older, it's probably a little bit harder to learn. Like, what do you think the best way to learn a language is, whether it's Italian or English or anything? Like, is it just to literally go to the country like you did, stay there for a while and like kind of pick it up? Or is it just have a one-on-one teacher? Could you like go on things online and like do the programs that way? Should you take an Italian class or English class? Like, what would you guys say is the best way, since you guys both had to deal with that, you know?
I think what Vincenzo did is like the number one ideal situation is just living in an environment where you only hear that language.
Yeah,
And
true.
you're
And having a mom that
forced
having a
to
mom
learn
that's an
if you
English
Having a
teacher
mom.
helps too.
exactly. Yeah, that's also a little bit of a help.
Yeah, true.
But
So
it's like if you want any communication with any human beings, you need to learn that language to do it. So
Yeah,
pick
so
what you
yeah,
want to
just
do
getting the
here.
practice, keeping up with it. I mean, Vince, would you say that's the same thing too? Like,
I agree with John. And like I'm right now, like John, how many languages do you know? First of all, like
So Italian, just like from family growing
yeah.
up, and then Chinese and Spanish.
Holy shit! How did you learn Chinese?
School.
Oh my God.
School.
No,
Yeah.
like I agree, Mike. I agree with Jana just
Yeah.
because I did like that's my experience can be the proof that you don't need to learn it in school to know a
Mhm.
language. Like it helps 100% because it helps grammatically. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Grammatically,
Yeah, you don't need school. Look at you. You're killing it.
Yeah.
grammatically, you need those little things in school. But like me, I came here, no English whatsoever. I didn't know how to form a sentence. And like after 5 months, I learned it. And now I'm actually trying to learn French. So
Wow.
I can kind of pass by in French, not like as I can speak English fluently. I can pass by, though I understand 90% of it. And like I want to go to France to learn it fluently. I want to go
That's
there,
awesome.
like just nice 4 months, 5 months. Don't be
Amazing.
around Italians for a little bit, and like
Yeah.
just because then I'm not gonna learn it.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that would be a fun experience. Does anyone speak French in Toronto, or is it more so like Quebec and
Gotta
To
go
be
up.
honest, I go to a French school right now, so I'm around people that only speak French or speak like more French than Italian. It's because they come from
oh wow.
Montreal, they come from Quebec, they come from France. Um,
It's crazy.
but yeah, no, here in Toronto is not really influenced by French. Not even Woodbridge, there is not many people that speak French. It's more if you go towards Montreal, like there, everyone speaks like French. You have to speak French to have a job,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why I want to learn it. I want to expand my company. I want to expand it in Montreal maybe one day, and go outside the world. And French helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good for
awesome.
you. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Do
should. So
it. Do it.
that's what it takes around, you think, like 4 or 5 months. You can't go there a month and really pick it up, or
Mike, I feel like our brain is like a sponge. If you go and let's say you speak English, I don't speak a word of English, you start speaking to me in English, I won't understand anything you say. But then slowly, time by time, I start copying you and copy the way you talk. So if every time you see me say, "Hey, what's up, bro?" I'm gonna say whenever I see you, "Hey, what's up, bro?" I'm just gonna copy you, and then I'm gonna understand what "Hey, what's up, bro" means. It's
yeah.
a sponge, and then after 4 or 5 months, you're just literally talking English, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
like you learn things every day. You probably guys already realized I make mistakes when I still speak, and it's normal. It's a thing that like by nature you always learn every day when you learn a new language. In Italian, I still make lots of mistakes, but it's normal. So people, the trick is to be confident. Don't be scared to screw up in a sentence. Don't be scared to
Yes.
make mistakes. Just throw yourself. You know, at first I was kind of like shy. I was like, oh, like I don't want to say. And then at one point I'm like, why do I care? Like they know I'm an immigrant. They know I'm like fresh off the boat. Let me go off. It's like if I fuck up, fuck it. Like just tell me like I screw up and that's it.
Yep. Yep. No, that's definitely true. Like the confidence thing is a big help, and also if you have like friends or family who
Yeah,
will correct you when you are wrong, that helps a lot too. Like
yeah.
just being like, "Hey, it's not I like," or it's not like we are like they'll correct you with your grammar too, which
Yeah.
is very
So that's
helpful.
Yeah,
it.
true.
Yeah.
Plus, like you said, people are saying, "What's up, bro?" or whatever. If you're like in class learning, they're not teaching you that way. They're teaching you like,
Oh my
hello, how are you?
Ciao,
Like,
come
like very
stai?
proper. And then you get over here and it's like, "What's up, bro?" And you're like, "What the hell does
But
that mean?" Yeah.
slang was a big thing for me. It took me so long to understand slang.
Yeah.
Like I learned always the proper English, and then I came here and people were saying things like what's up, dog, or like I
No
don't like
cap.
you ever Toronto slang here, you know? Oh, it's like I don't even know, and like what does that mean?
There's
It's
so
There's
much.
so much
oh
slang,
my god,
yeah.
it's like learn another language. Like I have no idea.
It's like a
Yeah.
dialect, more or
Yeah,
less.
it's like
Like my family speaks pure Sicilian, so sometimes when I'm talking to an Italian person not from Sicily, I will throw in like, "Hey, piccirido," and like that's not, nope, that's
but
not
see, like
Italian.
Calabria, when I come from in your town, like in Sicilia, like we're so close. Our dialects are actually pretty close.
Yeah, I
Like,
noticed that when watching
yeah.
your TikToks. I was like, "Oh, I understand this. Okay, okay."
Yes, yes, and I have lots of friends that are Siciliani. I find so many things in common in our dialect. It's amazing. But when it comes to Barrese,
Mhm.
that's Chinese to me. Like I have no idea what it's so hard.
But
Yeah,
is very different.
everyone
Yeah.
says that about that one. Yeah, because I
Wow.
feel like that's kind of why I was asking it too, because I know with Italian there's so many different dialects and you can learn the proper way, you can learn this way. So that's
Yeah.
why I was asking if it's better to just go like be in the country and learn it that way, or if it kind of screws you up because you don't know the way other Italians speak it, or
It's just sometimes I'm scared. I'm scared because sometimes I see people that are, I can those there's certain nonni that come to the bank and I can tell they're Italian. I see their screen, I see their name, and like I recognize the name and last name is Italian, and I'm scared to start speaking Italian because sometimes I get those ones that like speak back to me in dialect barese, and I'm like, oh no, scusate, non capisco così tanto. Sono italiano, I'm Italian, I understand, but like, you know, like I don't
Non sono
understand.
barese, yeah.
From they try to speak like proper Italian with me, but I'm scared sometimes. Like, don't hit me with our dialect. Lots of times the dialect is influenced by English. Here in Canada, for example, there is truck, like a truck, and in Italy we say camion, like it's a camion, you know. Here they call it trocco, utrocco.
Wow.
And it's that if you go in Italy like that, they will not know what a trocco is.
Yeah.
Or garbage, like garbage in Italy is spazzatura, and here they say garbage. Like it's just the dialect Italian and like English all together. And like I have no idea what that means.
That's crazy.
But I'm getting used to it.
Oh gosh. Well, congrats for coming this far. I know that it was not an easy journey for you. I can only imagine.
It wasn't easy, but it was an amazing journey. Like I just wish everyone like could do what I went through, because at the end of the day, I got to experience something I know everyone can. You know, like I feel really lucky to have the opportunity to come to Canada, come like somewhere where I can make my dreams come true. I can see another aspect of the world, and maybe I feel so bad because some people in my town are not, they cannot do what I did. They don't have the opportunity. They're, you know, they're gonna have to stay there in their town. They cannot move, and that job that their parents started, that industry, and they have no choice but just continue it because
Right.
there's not much opportunities back in Italy like it is here, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
gotcha. I mean, it's good, man. You like you said, you could appreciate everything and have gratitude for it. And I don't know, man. I like where your head's at too. You got goals you're trying to hit, but you also like know where you're from and you know like you know what I mean, what you stand for and everything. I think that's awesome, man. I see
Definitely.
keep putting in the work, man. I see you definitely like achieving success, man. So
thank you, appreciate it. Means a lot.
Yeah. And keep us posted when you visit the US. We're
I
both
will
here. Our doors
definitely
are wide
yes,
open.
yes.
yeah, dude, we'll welcome you any day, man. You ever want to come to Chicago or LA, just you say the word, man.
Hey, even you guys, when you guys want to come to Toronto, like even Italy, I'll show you guys around like 100%.
Yeah.
Ah, Vincenzo, grazie mille.
E di che bella mia, figurati.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I'll
Amazing.
take you up on that too for sure next time I'm in Toronto, man. I'll shoot you a text.
Perfect. I want to see LA. I want to see LA. I want to see Chicago. I want to see like all over US. So
Yeah,
one of
man.
my dreams, you know.
Just let us
Love
know.
it.
Yeah, just let us know. But thanks again, man, for coming on. Guys, if you want to support Vince, you want to tell us where they could find you? Just
Yeah, my Instagram is Vincent Attisano 28. If you guys also, you guys can go and shop Arco Italians. They have amazing merch. Just like this amazing like sweater. I always wear it. I love it.
I got that Italy way.
Yes.
Whoop,
If you guys
whoop.
put the code Vincent, you can get 10% off. So thank you, Mike, for this amazing opportunity. Thank you so
anytime,
much.
man.
It was
Yeah.
awesome to have you, Vincenzo. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.